on this is to allow them to do just that after argument. Allow them, we can do that tomorrow. We can do that, this evening, and then we can submit the deposition supplementally to the court for its decision. That would be something that could meet the interest of justice to still allow them to cross-examine Mr. Kamsel on these issues without denying any reasonable means of bringing this to the court's attention, since there's no other way that we could have gotten this and just submitted it to them any earlier. We literally submitted this at the earliest moment we could have in order of getting the data, comparing the data, producing a very short report explaining how the data was compared, and then providing it to the defendants. They should have the ability, but they certainly have the resources available in a document subpoena situation to use their own experts, their own resources to compare this data and say if they think that we got anything wrong, that it's fewer than 4,000 non-citizens who voted in this case. They haven't done that yet. They've had, at this point, a similar amount of time that we've had to do this, and they haven't done that. But if they want the opportunity to depose Mr. Kamsel on that, we'll make him available for a deposition, a very short deposition after this. We can submit it to the court supplemental without further argument.
Hamilton, any final comment on this issue?
Your Honor, the words out of my mouth, the statute anticipates evidence to be presented by deposition and the argument of counsel. That hasn't happened here. This conduct was filed on the representative. That's quite a while ago, and counsel had plenty of time to secure whatever data he needed and to produce the declaration or expert testimony. Your Honor gave a clear deadline. If there was some issue, then counsel certainly could have filed an emergency motion for the court to leave or even approach us for how to deal with that. He did neither. The court has indulged counsel at every turn by providing ample opportunities for discovery, but this is both inconsistent with the statute and fundamentally unfair to the court and to the defendant. So we would have to discuss.
The order of the court, go ahead and strike the supplemental declaration that is the Kamsel. I believe for the reasons I clearly indicated, state one that had a disclosure deadline of November 25th, 2020, which I might add, none of the other experts funded things were even disclosed on that date. They were all disclosed later. I don't know about disclosure, but the reports were not saying until November 30th, I believe, with respect to that. I don't allow all that. Striking anything other than the short declaration for two reasons. Primarily, let us lay primarily under NRS 293.415. Clear to this court that I have basically limited depositions and argument with respect to making a determination in this case. Or is that the reason for that? Clearly, in the court's mind, ability to cross-examine and verify the information and make sure basically it's fair to both sides. So, that in mind, I want to move forward with respect to that. I'm slightly ahead to give each side approximately an hour. We may take a break somewhere along the way to respect this matter. In order for that, you can reserve part of your time for rebuttal. You decide that you have an hour. Want to go 30 minutes and reserve your time, that's fine with the court. However you want to do it with respect to that. Fine. I do have one other question that the court thinks is important to start with. And that is, what is the evidentiary standard that applies in respect to this? I think it's important that we go through the evidence and look at the evidence that we understand what the standard is that we're going to apply. Is it a clear and convincing standard, or is it a reasonable doubt standard? So, given that knowledge, that you want to comment on that, yeah, just short. I've read all the briefs and that's what it's short. I'm not making the decision which way. I just kind of want to give a flavor for everybody. First, we're going to look at.
And I understand that that would be an important point for the court to consider. Is because the statute itself is silent on the standard of proof that would be required in a case like this. The defendants have cited law in other jurisdictions, but of course, since this is a creature statute in Nevada, it would be more appropriate to look at how Nevada handles situations like this. The default is always in a civil case preponderance of the evidence. That is the default burden in a civil case, and this is a civil case. It's an unusual case, and it's understandable why there wouldn't be a lot of case law defining some of this. But short of any intent of the legislature, and we're aware of no other intention of the legislature to increase the burden of proof to a clear and convincing standard, as the defendants urge the court to do, the right thing to do is go back to the civil standard that we are very familiar with, which is preponderance of the evidence. From a policy perspective, that's the right answer too. We are trying, as the court said when the court took the bench, to determine whether every vote was properly counted, every legal vote was counted in an election like this. There is no reason to give more deference to one side or the other in that determination. The proper thing to do is to weigh the evidence to see whether or not the decision to certify the electors for Vice President Biden was appropriate. And so consequently, there's no reason to favor the defendants more or the contestants more. The preponderance of evidence standard is the appropriate use here.
Talks about reasonable doubt. This is kind of a reasonable doubt throughout that. It talks about reasonable doubt. Is that similar to preponderance of evidence, or is that a little higher standard?
And that's an interesting use of reasonable doubt in that statute, because it's not the reasonable doubt very clearly that we used to in a criminal case. It could be read to say that it could be read to offer a standard much more favorable to the contestants, quite honestly, of saying that if there's a reasonable doubt in the outcome, that the contest should be granted. It's difficult to see exactly how that would work in the civil setting, Your Honor. And that's why I think it's more appropriate for me, and quite honestly, hopefully it gives me a little bit more credibility to you to say I don't have to just throw out as somebody sitting on this side of the courtroom was burden, some word burden, that I just have to have almost like a probable cause type standard. I think it does have to be more than that. It has to be that we do have a burden to meet here, a burden that we will meet, that we're very confident we will meet. I think the way a reasonable reading of the reasonable doubt language in 210 means that it's similar to the preponderance of the evidence standard that otherwise the court would use in this setting.
Well, Your Honor, I agree with counsel to the extent that the Supreme Court has not yet defined clearly required in an election contest. But an election contest, by its nature, is asking the court to do an extraordinary thing, which is overturn the results of the certified ultimately, and I know you don't want me to argue that there are merits to the case, ultimately, I'm not sure that it's positive here because I think the claim failed under even